Yo, it's Yossi. We're out here in Myanmar, repping the spoken word poetry and that.
Yossi,
Come on.
You're not fucking Stormzy. Let's fucking go.
Alright, cool, let's get into it. I can see, because I'm short and white and I'm not Adam Deacon, that people are going to take shots at my name like they're on CoD trying to get a recon. I could never get more than the 2 kill streak on CoD. Maybe there's a reason for that and God knows it's not God. I'm just saying, maybe we shouldn't be playing games and making fun out of people that die in a real life situation. What a fucked up reality when we use that shit for amusement instead of grieving in that information. We're living in scary times when children kill with guns and knives and ain't even got a grasp on the concept of consequence. It's nonsense, and for me as a young human, there's no explanation of why. What did they say that conscience meant? In fact, who are the they that I'm talking about when in some parts of the world, 4-year-olds are in full-time education? Elsewhere, innocent children are born into war zones and slavery that would make a joke out of British incarceration. To more than 50% of the world, UK prison would be a luxury. Imagine one cell being relief and shelter, that's too much for me. And I don't think there's many people out there who dare to meddle in these thoughts. Can you comprehend your only possession being a pair of shorts? That's wise, and if you want something long, I've got a Jewish goodbye. If you want something short and simple, I'm like the government, I tell a bloody good lie. I hope that I'm wrong. Maybe there's other people out there who think like me. If you get what I'm talking about, open your mouth and speak freely. Let's celebrate our privilege and talk about it on street corners. Let's have a funeral for the human race and put our heads together like mourners and try to conjugate the complex way the human race move on and genetically mutate themselves. We're like a virus, hard to see like you're missing an iris. Fuck that shit, let's go on a riot, bored out of our minds, not even the job centre will hire us. I want to stop writing and go to bed, but I can't because there's too many mad thoughts in my head. Is it normal that humanity's progress seems to me like a spider web? Nowadays we seem to know everything except what it's like to be dead. And it feels like we've invented so much that we've stolen control from the earth. God can't be divine when you look at the process a woman goes through to give birth. By now you might have noticed that I like to question everything, but is that so bad in a world full of people who never think? I think it's time we took a stand and started to face it. The only true knowledge is that we know nothing, it's basic. And if you believe in that, we might start to question this conceptual regime and that. Like Martin Luther said, I've got a dream and that. All us humans, we've created ourselves to think that we're better than anything else, and I can prove it in a second. Let me talk about the national health. Lung cancer and bowel disease caused by cigarette and alcohol consumption. If you go back in time, none of that existed. We've created it through our basic thought of presumption, that using all these new things we make, like chemical cleaning and body perfumes, are safe to say, and we know enough about them to safely say they won't hurt you. We don't question enough of the things we take for granted. Society imposed them on us, we didn't choose them, that's granted. If you decide not to move and do nothing, then you're basically a slob. Instead, what's your option? School, uni, and a job. Then you've worked your whole life, and for what? For a future. But living in the next thing, what have you actually got? To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. Because if your head's always in the future, then you've lost the opportunity to live in the moment at all. Like I said, done no rep in Myanmar and that. Nah, it's just poetry. It's just poetry.